All right, today we're cracking open the user manual for your brain. We're going to dive into brain rules to understand why our minds sometimes feel like they're working against us in this crazy high-speed world.
You know that feeling, right? You're trying to focus, and it just feels like you have a million tabs open in your head. Or maybe you're trying to learn something new and it just won't stick. Well, if that sounds familiar, it turns out there's a really good reason for it.
So here's the deal. The core of the problem is that our hardware, it's ancient. We're basically running Savannah survival software in a world of smartphones and endless emails. To put it simply, our brains evolved for a completely different reality.
And that is where Brain Rules by molecular biologist John Medina comes in. And look, this isn't about some trendy productivity hacks. It's the real user manual for our brain's factory settings. It teaches us how to work with our brain's design, not fight against it.
Okay, so let's jump in and explore 3 of these fundamental factory settings. 3 rules that have a huge impact on how we handle stress, where we put our attention, and what makes each and every one of our brains so unique.
First up, we've got to talk about the silent performance killer that, let's be honest, affects all of us: chronic stress.
Okay, so brain rule number 4 is super simple but incredibly powerful. A stressed brain just doesn't learn the same way. And I want to be clear, this isn't some kind of metaphor. Stress physically changes your brain's ability to process and remember information.
Now, it's super important to know that not all stress is bad. Our brains were actually built for short-term survival stress. You see a tiger, you get a flood of adrenaline, and you run. Simple. The problem? Our modern tigers are things like the constant ping of emails or that deadline that's always looming. This creates chronic stress, something our brains were never, ever designed to handle.
And this really shows the physical cost. See, chronic stress isn't just a feeling. It literally floods your brain with hormones like cortisol. And this constant chemical bath can actually damage and even kill cells in the hippocampus. That's the very part of your brain that is critical for learning and memory.
Okay, so all of this leads us perfectly into our second rule, which is all about getting a handle on your attention.
So brain rule number 6 basically confirms what we all kind of know deep down. We just don't pay attention to boring things. The real key here, though, is this spotlight metaphor. Your attention isn't a floodlight that covers everything. It's a single powerful beam that you can really only point at one thing at a time. And this, of course, leads us straight to the great myth of our modern world: multitasking. Here's the truth bomb. When you think you're multitasking, you're not. Your brain is just flicking its attention spotlight back and forth super fast. And every single one of those switches has a cognitive cost. It costs you time, it costs you mental energy, and your error rate just skyrockets. Biologically, multitasking is a fantasy. So if our attention is this precious, super limited resource, what actually gets it? What grabs that spotlight? Well, our ancient brain is always scanning for stuff that's emotional, things that are personally meaningful to us, and anything that's new or surprising. That's the stuff that cuts through all the noise.
All right, and this brings us to our final and honestly, probably the most empowering rule: the fact that every single one of our brains is uniquely wired.
Brain rule number 5 is so simple but so profound. Every single brain is wired differently. We kind of have this idea that our brains are like computers rolling off an assembly line, all exactly the same. But the science, it shows that couldn't be further from the truth.
Sure, the big, major regions of the brain are the same for all of us. But that dense, tangled web of trillions of connections between them, that is as unique as your fingerprint. Every single experience you've had, every skill you've learned, every memory you've made has physically changed and shaped that wiring.
But here's the most exciting part. This process, it never stops. There's a name for it: neuroplasticity. Think about it. Your brain isn't some fixed object. It's this dynamic, living network that is always updating. And what guides that rewiring? Well, it's what you do, what you think, and yep, you guessed it, where you point that attention spotlight.
Okay, so we've got stress, we've got attention, and we've got our own unique wiring. Understanding these rules is a huge first step. But now, let's talk about what we actually do with this knowledge.
And you gotta understand, these rules aren't just separate ideas. They all work together, like a system. When you get a handle on your chronic stress, you clear out all that mental fog, right? That lets you direct your attention way better. And when you can direct your attention with purpose, you gain the power to consciously choose what you feed your brain, and you can literally rewire it for the better.
So here it is, your actionable takeaway. Let's call it a 3-step brain upgrade.
First, reduce those chronic stressors. You've got to create a healthy foundation for everything else. Second, practice single tasking. Point that attention spotlight at one thing and one thing only. And third, be intentional about learning new things. Actively go out and build the brain you want.
Look, these aren't just cool facts to know. They are literally the instructions for your own hardware. The power to actually change how your brain works, it's right there, in your hands. So really the only question left is, what are you going to change first?